his relationship with Aubrey and how he was sending her shit on some.
Did they put her in?
Yo, I'm masturbating tonight. I'm gonna think of you, and yeah, I want to fuck. And when that didn't go right, then they pan right to the footage of him kicking out the group, and she looking at him like,
oh wow.
She looking at him like, yo,
Did she speak? Did she?
Yo, everybody been talking about this Diddy documentary that was done by 50 Cent, so we had to see what the Joe Budden review is hitting for. Y'all better like the video. Y'all better subscribe. Let's get it.
Takes a lot of the reasonable doubt away. Like, they do a good job of laying it at his feet. I was pissed by episode 2.
Really?
I was absolutely pissed by episode 2.
Pissed at the doc or pissed at Puff?
Yeah.
Puff.
Oh, okay.
Because the way the doc is framing it was Big didn't want to go to LA at all. Like that little segment, and we maybe have heard that before. This doc did a good job of making you say, right after Pac dies, why would Biggie want to go to LA to finish recording the album? Like that just sounds real stupid today.
Yeah, it does a little bit.
It does.
And then they got interviews with all these key people where even if they are saying something you heard before, they saying a little more in depth. So they got the guy saying, I forgot his name, sorry. They got him saying, yo, Biggie was supposed to go to LA and then run with me over to London 2 days later, but that didn't happen. He was urged to stay. I mean, and then they get into the swapping of the Rolling Stone cover. Again, more things that you have heard, but it's
framed differently.
Somebody, and again, maybe that's 50. There's somebody in the know putting this timeline together. Yeah, I was saying fuck him for the big by episode 2.
Wow,
really?
Yeah, it was.
I gotta watch this tonight.
I'm watching it tonight for sure.
Episode 3, then they get into the women and just you know where this you know where it goes, and 4 is the end.
Okay,
and 4 is the end.
How was it in? Like at him
now? Now Cassie, they got footage of they got all the footage. They got footage of Ryan Leslie bringing Cassie in the conference room and then Puff at the head, and then them in the studio with Puff saying, yeah, I like this song, but I want to love it. I need a rapper to do this part that you on, Ryan Leslie. And then there was no more Ryan Leslie. Then there was Kim Porter was the wife, but then Cassie was the wifey. And then when Kim Porter would come around, he was sending Cassie to go to the spa or some shit because they couldn't be around each other. Then they got fucking Albie Shore in there. Got Eric Sermon in there talking about Misa.
Yeah. Wow.
Talking, yo, when Puff met Misa, yada, yada. Like, it's just
a
whirlwind of shit. I won't call it a hit piece because they did focus on his success as well.
Okay.
And that's the story they were telling. Is like,
but the success drove him to be a monster? Is that how they framed it?
No, I won't say that. But the guy that got away at every turn and continued to rise and rise more. And then when this got dead, the Danity Kane, they went into the whole making the band shit and what that looked like with today's ears and climate. His relationship with Aubrey and how he was sending her shit on some.
Did they put her in?
Yo, I'm masturbating tonight. I'm gonna think of you, and yeah, I want to fuck. And when that didn't go right, then they pan right to the footage of him kicking out the group, and she looking at him like,
oh wow.
She looking at him like, yo,
did she speak? Did she speak in the doc?
Huh?
Did she speak in the doc?
I think so.
It's
all fuzzy. It's all fuzzy.
I know you just.
You
I
go
know.
rewatch it. You have to rewatch it.
Oh no, this is.
It's all fuzzy, but she looked at him like, my man, really? Because he's sitting there saying, you're not provocative enough. You're not promiscuous.
Oh shit!
Right, nigga. Word.
Yeah, and then it got into when I was done with Danity Kane, he fucking X'd that whole group, took Dawn, put in Dirty Money. Now it's him in the group, so he's the focus. The story they kept trying to tell was he always wanted to be the focus. The executive who had all of these artists, but
wanted to be the man.
I'm the I'm the artist.
I'm a star.
So
Suge was right.
fuck
Yeah,
y'all.
that's where you start the Suge speech from the
sound like Suge
social
was
awards.
right.
Well, then they got into Suge. They got into what he said at the Source Awards, what Puff said at the Source Awards, how Suge was Albie Shore's bodyguard, and how that turned to executive. And this was just a very well done piece involving a lot of info that you know, but
Framed.
framed a certain way and with some more shit. Because they have footage of, and this is what I guess Puff's people was beefing about, they have footage of like 6 days before the arrest.
Yeah.
They got fresh footage of him in the car.
Oh, shit.
Goddamn.
Him talking
That's
to
the-
lawyers. I saw him arguing.
Yeah, him
with lawyers.
talking to lawyers. That's the clip that was going viral yesterday was him in Harlem hugging people. Oh, that they didn't do that no good either. The doc was like, and when everybody turned their back on him, it was totally over. Now you're back in Harlem. Now you're walking around. You're a man of the people and all of these. Like they was making it seem. No, they're not making it seem. At one point, they said he don't fuck with black people.
Oh, shit.
Damn.
Yeah.
They said that shit. They had one of his male escorts on. And the dude said every March 9th, religiously, no matter where I was, him and Cassie flew me out to be where they was at.
That's a little
specifically on March 9th.
Wow.
That's a little creepy.
That's a little.
That's what I'm saying. There's a lot of other shit that was just like, and then later on he goes on to say that toward the end of their whatever they were doing, they would collect his semen in a cup. And he didn't say nothing for a few times, and then finally he did. He was like, yo, what the fuck
Are you
Yeah,
doing
fuck
my
that
shit?
going my
y'all
shit.
doing with my semen?
Yeah.
And they said Puff was like, yo, I like to make her drink it, play with it, douse in it. Why? What's the problem with it? And then they have him on that type of shit very early too, earlier than all of this, but you know that's there.
Yeah.
You know that's
Yeah.
there. But back to the Dirty Money shit. From making the band to Dirty Money, the story that they were telling in there, the other girl from Dirty Money, I forgot her name.
Kalia?
And let me just say, the Dirty Money album is a classic.
It is.
a great album.
The Dirty Money album is a classic.
And the
to
remix
me.
album, too.
Fire.
They did a remix album.
So they got her saying that the relationship between Puff and Dawn was very strange as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you ever met a billionaire, what would you do to be his girl or be in his
Concubine, whatever.
Yeah.
Kalina. Is her
All while Cassie is there. So it's a lot of facts. It's a lot of footage. However they got the footage, it certainly helped in this story they were telling. It did.
Right.
It did. Wow. It did make you feel like at the end he didn't get enough time.
Really?
Really?
It would have to. They show the shine shit. Yeah. They show the girl. They show too much shit to where it's like, if you don't believe this, or if this didn't do it for you, or if this didn't do it for you, it's like certain shit is too consistent in the story that they tell.
Did they mention anything about the trial, like where the state fucked up or the feds or whoever was trying it or anything like that?
No, before every episode, they did the black screen with the
words,
Puff
yeah.
is serving such and such. He is charged with such and such and such.
Got it.
He wasn't charged with such and whatever they said on the black
Yeah,
screen.
yeah.
I don't even read them shits after once I see it saying the same thing. But
Right.
yeah, what a fucked up start to the morning to watch it. It wasn't
That's
great.
heavy.
And then it's banger after banger after banger after banger in this.
Oh, they had the music?
I mean, yeah, you can't tell a story without.
I didn't know they had license for it. That's why I was, that's
Some of the music, I mean, Benjamin's came on, More Money, More Problems came
Yeah, that
on.
might-
The
that would keep me
awards with
watching.
him performing, with Sting coming out is like and even that is real sinister if you get into what they're trying to say.
I wonder how they got that. I guess that's fair use.
It's very
Oh,
used.
right.
Yeah.
Whoever was in charge of collecting the footage and the
Archive
and
and shit.
and the paper clippings,
They did the right thing. They did their thing.
yeah, you went crazy.
Yeah. Oh, I can't wait to watch.
And then Puff is saying this shit is a hit piece because of that little clip they got going around of him saying, I need a shower. and I hugged 150 people, so I need to bathe and cleanse myself. I need to hand sanitizer. Oh, buddy.
That ain't it.
Who cares about
that
that? No, that's absolutely not. I actually agreed with him.
Oh, he was right about that.
I absolutely agreed with him. If I'm out here just hugging and kissing, and I want hand
want to shake
sanitizer.
50 hands. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, but he seemed to shake 50 other things at these parties. I mean, I'm saying if you're a germphobe, it's just a lot of knobs. I'm like,
But I'm telling you, that was part of them attempting to frame it like, yo, dog, he don't like them. He don't fuck with them.
I
didn't get that.
right.
I
could take that with it. That could be with anybody, but I get what you saying.
Because I would do the same thing.
Yeah.
Then from that to the Ciroc deal, like this guy has been the pinnacle of success for. They got into Sean John. It's like this guy
Elevated each
has
side.
had. No, I had 60, 80, and 100 million in
The 90s,
late
90s.
Yeah, that's a long time to have
A lot of fucking money.
In the recent footage, he's like, "Yo, I'm on my way to the bank to deposit 200 million. They're holding the bank open for me." It left me saying, I just wish he had like real friends at some point. But when you making that much and you worth that much, you don't get that.
And you that type
You
of-
don't get that. Like even watching it, you never saw a sinister, mega talented, more talented than everybody / by gangster that sold it. Like this guy is in his league of his own. He is. It's dark and it's twisted, and there's some other words that come to mind. And I'm telling you, with all of this shit, I still think that if he comes out and says the right rehabilitative shit,
America loves a
that there's a
redemption story,
path.
bro.
That
gonna
there's
get
a
right
path.
I think
For sure.
I think
Absolutely.
his resilience, his persistence, and his just overall willingness and drive to win is something you can't teach.
He's also really smart at doing things
Yeah,
like buying
bro.
1,000 turkeys for the jail. Like he's gonna
Yeah.
do some shit like that. Where you're like, oh, he's not such a bad guy.
And he also got powerful friends.
That's
He's a
true.
winner, bro.
Like we keep forgetting that
Who
part.
he has
Like,
dirt on.
Yeah.
and they know that.
Now I understand why people are calling this documentary the nail in the coffin for Diddy. Look, the way Joe just broke it down, I don't need to see it, to be honest with you, but it sounds crazy. I didn't know they were going to go into the Biggie part of Diddy's life, but I guess it's a Diddy documentary. It's not, let's talk about Diddy and Cassie. I guess that's what I assumed, but they're talking about the entire past of Diddy. And even Joe said he couldn't call it a hit piece because he said that they were bigging up Diddy and his success. And he has been very successful, but with that success came some dark moments. When they got into the dirty money part and Danity Kane, and the Aubrey part, and I think about those reality shows, and Aubrey always said it was something, she didn't want to tell. She didn't want to come clean. So I guess she finally saw fit to say it in this documentary. But remember, it was years Aubrey would just always say, I got something on Diddy, but she would never let us know what it was. And everybody was like, why won't she speak? Come on, tell us. And I think a lot of people just assumed she was afraid of Diddy, which goes to a part where Queenzflip was talking about he heard that, or he felt like it was times that Diddy would move a certain way without certain clearances and paperwork with people because people feared him. You wouldn't play with Diddy like that. He would have to be incarcerated for you to feel like you was going to get something past him. Also, the March 9th bit, did y'all hear that part? If y'all don't know, March 9th is when Biggie passed away, which sounds crazy. And even if you want to say, okay, maybe Diddy would have a little orgy or something like that to celebrate Biggie's life, it still sounds weird on multiple levels. It almost sounds like a celebration instead of somewhere where you're supposed to be mourning this individual who basically helped you get a lot of your success in the beginning, right? the stuff with the escort and the semen, and we heard all type of stories about that. But the Dawn part, and a lot of people, when they saw that interview with Dawn and they said she sounded like she was intoxicated, I might agree with that, allegedly. She did look like somebody who was ride or die for Diddy. She reminded me of what I imagine Mary J. Blige to be for Diddy. Because Mary J. always seemed like she was like 10 toes down with Diddy. And that's how Don was coming off, like, he ain't did nothing. You know what I mean? Joe said a couple of things. He said by episode 2, I was mad at Diddy. That was very telling. And he also said, I left it feeling like Diddy didn't get enough time. And even as somebody informed like Joe Budden, he's still like, no, he should have got caught up on some other stuff. Just based on this documentary. And look, I'll give it to 50. I really didn't want to relive a lot of this stuff. Because honestly, while I was hearing this with y'all, my chest started getting tight. I'm like, damn, man. It started feeling dark. The energy got dark. The energy got dark. I can't explain it. It's crazy.
Hey, no Diddy, man. No Diddy.
And also just this part where they're saying basically they were trying to allude that Diddy doesn't like black people. Wow. And also, you know, I did feel that way about that footage of Diddy being out in Harlem and Diddy was in Miami. Wasn't he riding bikes and talking to people? I did feel like, okay, yeah, you know you about to get locked up, so now you trying to... It might have been, now you trying to act like a man of the people, or it could have been, man, this might be my last time to go do normal stuff. So let me go out and do something I would never do, right? But the hating black people part, oh my God. And what do y'all think about the whole 50 Cent part of this? Where it's like, you see Ja Rule and other people coming out and they feeling like this is wrong of 50 to do, and basically feeling like he only put out this doc because he has an issue with Diddy. And look, if I had to bet, does 50 Cent know some other crazy, weird, or nasty people in the industry? Sure. I think he does. It's a documentary that could be done about Dr. Dre. Would 50 do that documentary? And so, yeah, I do think this is personal for 50. Whether or not the documentary was done well or not. Very disturbing documentary, to say the least. It felt like I was listening to the Dahmer story or something like that. I don't know. But y'all tell me what y'all think about this. Like the video and subscribe. I'll see y'all next time. Peace.